Primary day in California, and voters are continuing to cast their ballots. Vote centers are open for another 3.5 hours. In-person voting is your best option to make sure that your vote is counted. But you can also drop off your mail-in ballot off to a vote center or a ballot drop box until 8 o'clock tonight.
Yes, and we've got our reporters all across the greater Sacramento region. KCRA3's Jason Marks is in Woodland this afternoon in Yolo County. So, Jason, how do election officials say this primary is going so far?
Yeah, going well, going smoothly here in Yolo County, but I can tell you the turnout unfortunately is low. Let me step out of the way and show you what's going on here at the administration building here at this vote center. And actually things have picked up over the last half an hour. Lots of people now starting to come in, and we're going to start to see that as people continue to get off of work, I suppose. I can tell you right now I am joined by a man who wears several hats here in the county: clerk, assessor, and then of course registrar. Jesse Salinas, tell me about the turnouts today. What are you guys seeing?
Hi, Jason. Yes, it's actually been a low turnout so far in this election, but things are really picking up today. We've noticed that, at least in terms of the drop boxes, a lot of folks have been dropping off their vote by mails in the drop boxes today. In fact, we've already done a run this afternoon, and a lot of the drop boxes were starting to fill up. So we'll do another run, of course, at 8 o'clock as the election comes to a close, to make sure we collect those at 8 p.m.
You've obviously done this for 6 years, and so you've seen your share of elections. Where do you think the turnout is compared to some of the other midterm elections and primaries?
Well, I think the numbers will be lower, because I looked back at some historical figures, and 2014 was a very historic low, and we were like in the low 30s. I'm not even sure we're going to break 30%. So it's going to be a very low turnout for what we're seeing, and that's really statewide. I'm seeing that the numbers are pretty low. So hopefully this last minute surge that we're seeing, that people are showing up today to get their ballots in, will make a difference and start to pick up those numbers.
Why do you think that would be? It's now so easy, right? You get the ballot mailed to your house, and all you do is put it in the mail.
Well, I think there's two reasons. One is I think the recall threw things off a little bit for people. I think that set things back. In addition, I think there's still a lack of understanding of just how important our local elections are, and the other ticket items that maybe aren't big ticket items that people see, that don't understand the importance of their vote for everything that counts at the local level as well.
You're obviously just getting started tonight.
Yeah.
When do you get to rest?
Well, hopefully 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, if all goes well. If not, then a little bit later.
Yeah, I know you've been working on this for some time. Yeah, he's waiting for, what he said is, I'm waiting for December before I can finally rest. We are now going to travel over to Davis. More from Yolo County coming up here in a little while. Now back to you.
All right, Jason Marks, thank you for the live report. And a lot of people are choosing not to vote in person this election. In Solano County, only a small number of registered voters went to a voting center to cast their ballots.
KCRA3's Brittany Hope is covering that for us in Sassoon City. And Brittany, tell us more about the numbers there.
Yeah, hey you guys, so to give you a little bit of context, we're inside the Nelson Community Center, and we'll kind of show you how big this room is. This is the largest polling place in all of Solano County. So let's say power goes out, there's emergencies at others, polling machines stop working. This is the center where voters are told, hey, go here, things are going to work. There's a few voters who are in line right now turning in their ballots kind of just behind us here. So these are the 3 people who are inside here right now talking about turnout, being inside this room. It's been steady, and I'll say that, maybe 2-3 voters here at a time, and that's been folks who say, hey, I want to come in and do this thing in person and handwrite that ballot. Yeah. Outside, though, there's also a ballot drop box. We've kind of seen car after car after car out there, so it's been a lot steadier over there. We talked to the registrar of voters a little bit more about this primary election and why it's so important for folks to come out and vote. Take a listen.
The primary election, you are picking the leaders. Some of these people are going to be elected off of this election. They're not going to go to a recall in the November election. So these are going to be the future decision makers for your tax dollars here in Solano County, maybe some of the policies that we implement, and that should be really important to all the voters.
So that gives us a little bit of context, right? Whenever there's a presidential election, that's when you're seeing the big long lines out the door. But the registrar of voters kind of explained for gubernatorial elections, especially primaries, they're used to unfortunately seeing a lower turnout. So this year, he said, is kind of following on track with the 2014 and the 2018. So let's break down those numbers. 265,000 registered voters here in Solano County. So far, 4,100 people have come to vote in person and 47,000 mail-in ballots have been counted. So let's say 50,000, about a fifth of voters here in Solano County have had their votes counted so far. But yeah, there's still 3.5 hours. There is still time to vote. So you see those tables right behind me. This is where you can go to any of the polling locations. If you're someone who isn't registered to vote yet, but you'll want to go vote, it is not too late. All you have to do is walk into one of these, tell them your name, show them your address. They'll get you a ballot. This is really the time. It's 3.5 hours. We're not seeing any of those crazy lines anywhere. So you have enough time. The Registrar of Voters says, hey, there's no excuse. Get out here while you can. There's 70 of these, at least in Solano County. So yeah, we'll be out here kind of monitoring. We may go head to another neighboring city to see how lines are out there coming up for our 6 o'clock news. But for now, I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, it's nice and airy there too, very spacious for people who are concerned about that.
Yeah.
I mean, as you said, that's just very large and you can have your own private space and feel safe.
Some AC in there.
Yes.
Get out of the heat a little bit.
All right, Brittany, thank you so much. Let's go to the Bay Area now. People voting at a San Francisco location. This is at San Francisco City Hall, in fact. And one of the races happening there, a recall vote on San Francisco's district attorney. If a majority of voters support the recall, San Francisco Mayor London Breed would appoint an interim district attorney.
Besides California, 6 other states are holding primary elections today as well.
And KCRA 3's Andrea Flores joins us live in studio now with a look at what's on the line in some of those other states. Andrea?
Races at the state and local level will have consequences, not just this election cycle, but beyond. Voters are out to the polls today in Iowa, Mississippi, Montana, New Jersey, New Mexico, and South Dakota. Voters in 3 states are voting for representatives in the House. That's in Montana, Mississippi, and New Jersey. Now, voters in other states are deciding several races, including House seats, governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, and attorney general. Now let's take a look at South Dakota. Republican voters will choose candidates in the governor, U.S. Senate, and U.S. House races. Voters will also decide whether to add a new requirement to South Dakota's constitution that will make it more difficult to pass ballot measures that raise taxes or expend significant government funds. Meanwhile, in Iowa, a lot of eyes are on former House Representative Abby Finkenauer. She is the Democratic favorite to take on longtime GOP Senator Chuck Grassley in November, and we'll keep an eye on all of those races throughout the night. Lisa?
All right, Andrea, thank you. Here's a look at when the polls close in those other states voting today. New Jersey closes in less than 30 minutes from now at 5 o'clock. Iowa, New Mexico, and South Dakota polls close at 6, Montana at 7, and of course here in California, like we said, we're closing at 8 o'clock tonight. And our election coverage continues on the KCRA 3 app. If you scan this QR code with your camera app, it will get you to the live election day updates from our team of reporters around Northern California.